Riches. Habarigani. Hey y'all, I'm at the dog park. So if everything looks different, I'm sitting at the dog park. You hear the dogs in the back. How y'all doing? I hope this background music that they playing don't get me my video strike. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? This your girl Renee coming in live from the dog park. I'm on my iPad today, so if the quality look different, my iPad a little old. How y'all doing today? It is, what's the day? Let's get it right. It is May the 11th. How y'all doing? Happy Mother's Day to everyone who cares for children. Any and everyone who cares for children. How are y'all doing? Well, we're gonna dedicate a whole video to it. We're gonna dedicate a whole video to it. And I'm just gonna get my opinion out here first about the Why? What are you doing? Hold on, let me look at these dogs, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. Look like somebody don't like my dog this morning, so I got a little golden doodle that don't bother nobody, but I can't help it. Some dogs don't like him. He's not biting it. You know, he's not being aggressive. My dog is less than 50 pounds, and he's short. It's the bigger dogs in here. One bigger dog in here that don't like him. So my iPad don't look too bad. Today we're going to talk about the teacher, and I'm just going to say my opinion is it was not appropriate and he should not have. It just was not appropriate. And I'm thinking that the guy was thinking more content instead of his job, because he did post it during school hours. Now, I was telling my daughter, you know, like, I've been in the medical field for over 30 years. There's a lot of things we don't do. Like, you never see me at my job on YouTube. You never see me with a nurse uniform and a badge on. From what I can understand, he posted a video on school hours. Even though the class was finished, he was still at work. And he had his shirt on that could show the school name. So I think that's the reason why he probably lost his job, because when you're posting and you have your work name on you, you're actually representing that company. So the school's probably getting calls after calls after calls about this man. So I think more than actually what he was doing, he really probably got fired just for posting what he was doing. Additionally, I don't like to speak on stuff that is not in my era sometime, because people will try to throw your age on you. But I just want to say, during my time, teachers were always on a different level. Teachers were held at high regard, and teachers were not on the same level as the students. A teacher was somebody that we all aspired to be one day, because it appeared that they had it all together. They had their jobs, they managed their money, they took care of their appearance. They was always 10 steps above the student as far as having everything together as a human being. So a teacher would have, in my days, would have never came to school needing their hair done or hair taken loose, because they always had it together during my time. And because they always had it together, we always wanted to be like a teacher. So the teacher in question, from what I'm hearing, has gotten fired from his job. And I think the reason being is mainly because he had on a school uniform, and he was representing the school. But I had a few friends that came through on social media, and I said, "Oh yeah, let's see what the girls and the guys is saying about this teacher." And I have a friend, I call her my friend in my head, but she is a educator in New York, a former educator. She retired and went on to really teach us as adults about well-being. But she started out as a teacher in New York. And I got the dogs barking in here, but what she said was that every video that she have watched from her father said this is absolutely a no-go. Most fathers said they would come right up to their school and see what's going on. Let me let her say it in her own words.
And I need y'all to really observe. Every father that I have seen that has stitched this video has said, if I found out my daughter was at school playing in a grown man's head, we would have a problem. Every father, every girl dad I have seen stitch this video has said that. I have not seen one video yet with a father saying he would be okay with his daughter at school playing in a grown man's head. I don't care who that grown man is. Every father of a girl that I've seen who stitched this video said if they found out that their daughter was at school playing in a grown man's head, it would be a problem. Every single one. And I think we need to really pay attention and observe that. When you see men checking another man and saying, hey bro, you out of line with them little girls. Hey bro, you crossing the boundary with them little girls. We need to pay attention to that. I'm seeing a whole lot of women, a whole lot of sisters defending this and saying, oh, it's just bonding, oh, it's just nurturing, oh, it's completely appropriate. When you see men, grown men of little girls saying, if that was my daughter, it would be a problem, I think we need to pay attention to that because they may be seeing something that we don't. Y'all need to learn boundaries.
And then she said we need to learn boundaries. So I woke up to that video on my Instagram, and I was like, what's going on with the case? People still talking about the case. And so that's when I found out that they did let the teacher go. So again, in my opinion, I think teachers are like people in the medical field. You're really not supposed to be showing people's children on social media, using other people's children for content. You know, Chicago just made some laws for these family channels on YouTube. And they only got a certain period of time where they can show their children on live, and children have to be compensated and all types of things like that. And I think he was actually thinking about more content than he was thinking about actually the rules for his job. And so somebody told me, well, teachers are online all the time with their students. I said, yeah, I guess if you can tie in what you're teaching to what you want to post on social media, that's cool. Like, let's sing the ABCs. Let's sing our multiplication tables. Who's talking to? You can tie that in, but getting your hair taken loose or getting your hair, it doesn't tie into the curriculum. That's what I'm trying to say, trying to get the words right. You couldn't tie that into the curriculum. So I think this is just a case where he was more interested in content than actually teaching and he was on school hours. He was representing the school with the school name on his shirt, so he should have been focusing on education during the 9 to 5, and then after 5, he can post whatever on his social media. But I really do think that they should have gave him a disciplinary action as opposed to a firing, because we've all been young and made stupid decisions before. I think that, but because he had the school name on his shirt, now you representing the whole school district. So I think that's the reason why they had to take swift action. I hope they reconsider and let him come back, just put him on, you know, restrictions or disciplinary, whatever you call it, where you watch somebody for a long period of time. But yeah, let's listen at some more. Oh yeah, I was going in her, I wanted to look at her comments. That's what we came for. We came for the comments. So this is the lady that said that most dads do not agree with what it is that was being, most dads would not agree with a grown man letting their child do the hair. Ooh, so let's look at the comments of her video. Somebody said, just because it's not sexual does not mean it's not inappropriate. How exactly is it inappropriate though? That's what somebody else said. He said, it's boundaries being overstepped. What boundaries? I keep seeing people say this, but I don't understand. Somebody said, nothing to understand. It's just a line you do not cross. Exactly. For people who need an explanation of what boundary was crossed. Literal grooming. Doing hair is a physical grooming. A student should not be physically grooming their teacher unless he's a vocational cosmetology teacher. And even then, in cosmetology school, we practiced on each other. We did not do our teacher's hair in cosmetology school. I went to dental school in high school, and we did not do our teacher's teeth. So I agree with her on that. She knows exactly what she's talking about. You still did not do the teacher's hair. Okay. Let me go down and read some more comments. Somebody said, oh, this is my first thought was this is highly inappropriate even though it's innocent. It is a boundary when a teacher is braiding hair. Somebody questioning that. I've seen and heard teachers do that for so long. And this is what I was explaining to somebody. If a teacher does a child hair, that is different, because when a teacher is in school, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're nurses, they're all the things. They're extra parents, they're all the things when they are at school. So if a child comes to school and they got a hair or two out of place and it's picture day, teachers have always gotten your hair in place for picture day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, he may have felt it was honest, but it's a no for me. Exactly. His intentions may have been well, but the behavior was inappropriate and unprofessional. And then here comes somebody else again. Why is it unacceptable? Like, people really do not believe why it's unacceptable. Somebody said there's a possibility that a man his age who is around the girls that age could likely further that behavior into doing something more inappropriate than those girls than just playing with hair. And then somebody else said, listen, can you take your braids out at work? And that's the truth. The man was at work. Can you go to your job, whether you work in a corporate office, McDonald's, Walmart, anywhere you work, can you go to your corporate or your regular job and take your hair loose? I agree with that 100%. And somebody said, right, because one being groomed at work, regardless of who's doing the grooming, is not the right time or place. Furthermore, being groomed by children is inappropriate because teachers and students should never physically touch one another. That's another point another lady made. She said, when I was in school, we definitely had teachers that we admired, but nobody was allowed to touch a teacher, and no teacher was allowed to touch a student. Okay, here comes somebody that is definite, that does not agree. She said, we over-sexualize everything, and the kids enjoyed it. Sometimes we do too much. If it was one-on-one in private, that would be different. How can we call for community and mentors and give kids attention, go the extra mile, and criticize every action towards them? Plus, girls and women need at least one man who they feel safe around without being sexual. Shaking my head, I hate it here. And then somebody answered to her and said, right, and some fathers view their daughters as their property, just like they do the child's mother. So yeah, they would say that. Why is it not viewed as tribal or communal? But let me hush. Then somebody said, at the heart of it is innocent and commendable. The ones who oppose are either overly sexual in their own minds or operating in ego. I understand the need to protect our children more than most. This isn't that. Those same fathers probably allow their daughter to listen to the most vile music and allow the most inappropriate influences. But a strong man operating in leadership, allowing for feminine energy and vulnerability at a girl's age of learning her own boundaries, it's sad it's undermined by social media. Well, he put it on social media. He put it on social media. So somebody came in and said, as an educator for 11 years, I see something you all don't. Could there be more boundaries in place? Of course. But the power of a black male in the public school system bonding with our babies is imperative and impactful. If their parents hadn't complained, then I don't see a problem here. Most of y'all have had little to no insight on what it's really like to be an educator. So maybe, just maybe, you all should sit this one out and not go out of your way to criticize the emotional work that so many of us do. And then somebody else said, well, I'm an educator for over 10 years as well, in both the DOE and charter and private practice. And yes, black male educators are important. Boundaries also are important. I've seen the educator's page, and he does a great job of bonding with the kids through sports, academics, and conversation. Them physically grooming him is crossing a boundary. His intentions may be pure, but the behavior was inappropriate. The specific girl's parents are okay with it, but the parents of the other students that attend that school, and specifically his class, have complained, leading to an alleged investigation. I don't think he should be fired. However, he needs to be reminded of the importance of boundaries. So that's two different teachers' perspectives. Let me scroll down. We just reading the comments. We just reading some comments right here. I think the outrage is over-exaggerated. It was just one student. It wasn't in private. He wasn't sitting in between somebody's legs. These girls probably do hair on the daily in the classroom. Like, stop over-sexualizing everything. This is why men and women can be human or considered friends. And then somebody came back and said, no, it was more than one child. So yeah, I did see the video. It was about 3 or 4 girls that was over his head doing some type of stuff, whatever y'all want to call he was doing. Let's go to another video. Let's go to another video and see some more comments. Because somebody's tried to explain that there was a gentleman who broke it down really, really well. And I want to play his video as well and get your commentary on it or your feedback. And he had 50,000 likes. and 2,000 comments. He's on TikTok.
Here's my thing about the teacher allowing his students to take down his grades, is that you posted it. Now you're leaving it up to optics. Secondly, if you post something and you gotta explain to people what they see, you already losing. I'm smart enough to look at something and see it for what it is. If you have to explain it to me, you on the defensive. So it's somewhere in your motherfucking mind, you know this shit ain't right. If I'm talking to my high school daughter, and I'm like, how was class? She's like, yeah, we took Mr. Such and Such hair down. I would say, what the fuck you mean you took Mr. Such and Such hair down? Because you're the authority figure, you're the teacher. That's not your motherfucking cousin, nigga. That's not your fucking daughter, your sister. That ain't your kin, bro. That's your motherfucking student. Now you blurring the lines between the teacher and student relationship, the authoritative relationship. You just, the path to hell is paved with intentions. I don't care what your fucking intentions are. I don't give a fuck what them little girls in school doing. You a grown ass man, bro. Already, the optics and with the society, male teachers is already looked at weird. They already desexualizing little girls. Okay? They sexualize black people in general. So automatically you're gonna have that aspect played into it anyway. But the fact that you are a man around people's children already be having people on high alert that you're aware of. You did that shit to yourself, bro. I don't even feel bad for you. Because I don't give a fuck what your relationship is with your students. That ain't your relationship with me as a parent. I don't know you up there at school doing that shit. And people making it about like, oh, having little black girls doing labor for you and shit like that. And yeah, that part of it too, but like, the optics, bro. The optics giving society and giving everything that people know, just, if you gotta explain it to me, I feel like you're already in the wrong. Here's my thing about the teacher.
I think he gave a really good breakdown. He said, if you already got to explain it, you already in the wrong. And then he said, the relationship that you have with those students is not the same relationship you have with me as a father. And that's the truth. That is the truth. You got to think about that. And the main thing he said was, you posted it. You posted it. So now it's up to everybody's opinion or how everybody views that video as to what was going on. Because you posted it. He said, I don't even feel sorry for him. You did that to yourself. Let me go to his comments. Somebody said blurred lines are cross lines. The best comment I saw was something can be harmless and inappropriate at the same time, and I agree. It's unprofessional, period. Somebody said baby teachers were a mystery growing up. Low key, didn't even know they had a first name. Kids will develop crushes. You need to set boundaries in all situations. It's weird that he doesn't get that. Somebody said, I didn't like his cocky attitude about it, like it's him and the kids' business. Oh, Lord, I thought I saw a man in the corner. It's too familiar. It sets a precedent for the kids to be okay, relaxed boundaries, with relaxed boundaries. It's not a good look. Somebody says impact versus intent. Back in the day, we couldn't get that close to our teachers. And that's what I'm saying. His opening statement on his video was, now let's stir the pot. Already know what he was on. Then kept explaining why he didn't take his hair out himself. Sir, we don't care. The way he posted it and didn't even blur or cut out the faces of the children is crazy. Somebody said, let me have come from home from school and let me had come home from school and said I took a male teacher's hair down. My daddy would have flew to that school. The fact that he's a teacher wasn't smart enough to get this. Boundaries is so important for teachers to create boundaries with their students. Man, this was on point. Wait a minute, man, it was a point in time where knowing a teacher's first name was top secret, and you better not utter the first name. That's what they're saying. I think also our generation of teachers want to be so different from what we had. But the cool teachers also had boundaries within those safe spaces. Some of these teachers on social media want to make social media their job while at their job. And that's why I was saying too, like I just think that he was thinking more about social media than he was actually thinking about teaching that day. Somebody said exactly, he wanted attention and he knew it he knew it would be controversial. Either he's close with his admin and know he's good, or he just don't care. I've seen it happen. The teacher that everyone thinks is cool is plotting on someone. No, for real, because my dad used to always tell me to stay out of grown people's face. Right. Somebody said, I agree, it's wildly unprofessional. And somebody said, exactly, you hear him say a school full of his best friends. Intentions versus impact, because as innocent as it may seem, think about what it will have the girls think is happening. Okay, let me see what people are saying about it. Yes, no one is talking about how this can go left for the girls because they're impressionable. And he's in a position of power. 9 times out of 10, at least 2 of those girls think he's attractive. He is attractive and he's trying to play it like he doesn't know he is. He's very charismatic, and that is what makes this situation odd. It may be innocent, but it's odd. Somebody said he knows he's being willfully obtruse. That's it. He's literally the authority figure. Those boundaries have to be respected. And I wonder if he had a classroom of boys, would he have said, does anybody want to come take my hair down? The comments on this video is crazy. Oh, let me keep on. He's playing with their innocence and intelligence. So when something inappropriate does happen, they'll be convinced not to tell because of this situation. Exactly. As an adult and their teacher, you set those boundaries. No matter how good or innocent your intentions are, you're the adult. And just to update everybody, the teacher did get let go from his position as of a couple of hours ago. The teacher was let go from his position.
First of all, that man is fine. And he know he fine, and them girls know he fine. The whole situation just gets entirely too friendly, a little bit too close, lack of boundaries. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. The teachers are getting too young. The teachers are too young. Where are the old, bald-headed teachers at? When I was in school, all our teachers had liver spots. None of our teachers looked like him. Maybe in the after-school program. We had some that looked like him at the after-school program. But no, bring back the old and decrepit teachers. Because my teacher looked like that, and was buying treats to do his hair. Girl, please. And I went to a private school for elementary school. I had a 4th grade teacher who was on his first year, so he was probably like 24 when he started. Girls was in that class talking about, oh, he's so cute. I love him, he's so cute. Now he's a little bit older, a little bit decrepit. But when he first started his first year teaching, his 4th graders were crushing on him. You mean to tell me those girls that are in high school and that man is, however old he is, look at how he look, you don't think he is well aware? Come on now. He ain't stupid. You ain't stupid. I'm not stupid. Them administrators ain't stupid and them parents ain't stupid.
That was another video I saw on TikTok. I want to try to look at her comments. Let me look at her comments though. Let me see what they say in her comments. Somebody said facts are the old teachers. My teachers wore loose pants and tops, and you couldn't even be close enough to smell their breath. I remember being asked not to step to the other side of the desk. Oh, I remember not being allowed to step to the other side of the desk. Same thing I told my mom, little girls be crushing, which is normal and something I didn't consider fast, but it's up to the adult in the situation to set the boundaries. He fell right into the trap. I remember being a teenage girl being so impressionable. Like you said, they know he's attractive and they can easily develop a crush. The boundaries were beyond blurred in that classroom. Somebody said, no, for real, because our teachers were ugly. AF. Okay, let me see what they're saying in her comments. Yeah, let's bring back the teachers who only teach for a paycheck. They were real professionals. The girls in middle school, like 11 years old, I agree with you. They probably think he's attractive. My middle school hormones raging. He should know more than anyone the importance of teaching and holding boundaries. And I just played her video because she's a young lady. I don't want my impression to be all over this video because I did grow up in a different time. Like I said, during my time, you didn't touch a teacher didn't touch you. Well, let me stop lying, child. They used to slap the inside of your hand with a ruler. When I was going to school, if you did something wrong, they would slap the inside of your hand with a ruler. Let's see what this lady say right here. Let's see her opinion.
So the teacher who went viral because he was online letting his female students, take out his braids is now under investigation. And one of the girls who was in the video, her older sister, said that all of the girls in the video had to write a statement. And yeah, he's under investigation, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get fired.
He's fired.
I don't even think he's going to get fired because he was letting his students take out his braids. I think he's going to get fired because he acted completely unprofessionally. You were on the clock. You are a middle school teacher, so it's guaranteed that all of these teachers are minors. It's not like you're a senior high school teacher. You teach middle school, all these students are minors, and you're online, and you're putting their grades online, and you have one shirt that has the school's full name on it. That is a risk. That is just such a safety risk. One, because they're not your children, you don't get to put them online. Two, you have the whole name of the school. Imagine her watching that video, and now he knows the location. He knows where those little girls go to school. Imagine one of their parents was hiding from an ex, an abusive ex, and you got their face blasted online, and now a viral video. It just was unprofessional before anything else. Now, I do not think that he acted with malice or ill intent. I don't think that, he was being inappropriate or sexual in nature.
I'm not sure if you could hear her, but she was thinking the same thing I was thinking, that he probably got let go because of he was filming on school hours. He's filming somebody else's children. He's making money. Content makes money. He's making money off somebody else's children. And he had the shirt on that had the school's name on it. So now you're representing the school, you're representing the district. I think that's probably more the reason why he got let go. You know, some places they got restrictions on filming children for content creators. I know it was Chicago created a bunch of new laws. You can't be filming your children 24 hours a day, posting and making money off of it. And he got other children in the video. He didn't blur no faces out or nothing. And he making money off of that. So I just think while he was at his normal 9 to 5, he was thinking about making, you know, content his job. He was more focused on that. Let's hear another man's opinion. Let's see what he says.
Trust me, I'm a professional, huh? I think not. Listen, I understand it's, you know, very few black teachers out there, right? If you see the caption that says, teacher who had his students take his grades out may lose his job. Now listen, I understand there's very few black brothers out there who are teachers who are really trying to do his part in making sure that there's a representation out there. But this is not how it's done. This doesn't make you a professional, brother. I'm sorry. It's a little creep squad, if you ask me. Unless this is beauty school, why are these young sisters, why are these young girls got their hand in your hand instead of your barber?
And even in beauty school, like I said, we did not do our teachers' hair. We did each other's hair.
Ask me, because last time I checked, this is nothing to any curriculum. You got a lot of parents out there that are really upset that there's, you know, these teachers are really overstepping their boundaries. This is one of them. Trust me, I'm a professional, huh?
Okay. Oh my God, somebody's sending me a whole bunch of texts, but let me go in here and look at his comments. Okay. Somebody said, I don't know about y'all, but a lot of us had a teacher who was our safe space. Is nothing innocent anymore? I can remember helping a TA take her hair out after class. I guess that means teacher assistant. Somebody said, this is during class. The parents are all following him and had nothing negative to say in the comments. Now what? Literally the last 10 minutes of class at the end of the day, after the children completed their tasks and classwork. Y'all make everything weird and nasty. That's why we can't get along as a community. Somebody said, I know teachers who allowed students to flat iron their hair after class. Y'all, if y'all doing all this, it's just a totally different generation than where I'm from. None of this took place where by time. Somebody said people play around their jobs way too much, and that's what it was. That's what it was. Let me check, let me see if I can check another reaction video.
I just saw a video of a teacher letting his students take his grades. First of all, you're a teacher. You should not let young people touch you in any kind of way. And I'm thinking, I'm like, why as a leader, you letting this happen? I know. You're thinking about content. I'm thinking about kids. You think about content. I'm thinking about why. Content, you should not be worried about content when you're a teacher. You're supposed to be teaching, not content. Now, if that was my daughter, we would have a conversation. First of all, my daughter would be touching nobody's hair. She'd be like, I'm not touching your hair. But we would have a little conversation about letting this happen.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the board tells you to stop it. But I don't want him to lose his job. Let's stop trying to find content and things that we shouldn't have. I just want to be able to teach.
So the update is the young teacher got fired. who was allowing the children to take his hair down, whatever they was doing on his head. He has been released from his duties. I just posted we just listened to a few reactions that I read through some of the comments. Let me know what you think about that situation below. I will see you on my next live. You guys be safe. Have a great Mother's Day, Parents' Day if you're taking care of children. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. I will see you on my next live. And you know what? I gotta have an x-ray tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come in here early, but maybe we can do some decluttering after my x-ray. Peace, riches.